So I'm gonna get straight to the point. The world that we know might not be the same world in as close as 10 to 15 years from now, based on the track that we're on. It's a really real possibility that in our lifetime that the world may never be the same. And like a lot of people like don't take it as seriously because they think so far in the future they have their own problems right now. But this is a big problem that could affect our lives, our kids' lives, and their kids' lives as well. My purpose for my speech today is to motivate you guys to change. I'm not trying to make you guys into any earth activists. I'm not one myself, but after researching this topic, I really am motivated to change my ways as much as I can to help our world. And if we get everyone band together in that same mindset, we could do some great things. The main points I'm going to be touching base on today is going to be what is the need for change? Why is this problem so significant? How will the solution that I propose satisfy those needs? How can we visualize the world with change and without change? And an action plan that we can use to gain others with us in that fight. So my thesis is the small changes we can cooperatively make add up into great dividends in extending the future of our planet and generating more or better environment to come. So one of the greatest problems in our environment right now is the pollution. It's a significant problem and calls for a need for change because it will make our Earth uninhabitable soon. These effects go as far as going to start taking lives. They say in about 2030 that people with weak immune systems, elderly people, pregnant women are going to start really feeling damage from the ozone and the air that we're breathing. According to CBS News, an article called "The Future of Air Pollution," Peltier writes that last year a study found that more than 8 million people died from pollution exposure. So that just shows that this is coming to life, that people are being affected, and it's a real life issue that is happening right now, presently. This is relevant to us because we're all breathing the same air. It's inevitable. We all got to go outside. We all got to breathe, and that's going to take a toll on our bodies going to the future, no matter what type of health we have. This is also in a Sciencing article titled "Pollution Effects on Animals." The Marine.org notes that immediately after Exxon oil spills, more than 100,000 seabirds died and 1,000 sea otters. This affects not only the biodiversity on Earth, but it affects humans too, because we are what we consume as well. Not only the sea animals, but the pollution gets into our soil, gets into what the animals eat, and then in turn when we eat the animals, we're getting the same type of treatment that they are. However, we don't need to be heroes to solve this issue. Little things can go a long way. One change is switching to electric cars. According to Go Ultra Low, transport accounts for around a quarter of carbon emissions, which is a key in climate change. So those carbon emissions that come in from gas cars are going to start have an effect on global warming and the climate change. And so switching over to electric cars will reduce greenhouse emissions and reduce air pollution moving forward, which would be a huge thing. Also, it has its benefits to move to an electric car too, because you get a rebate when switching over from a gas to an electric car, so that saves you money while also being eco-friendly. Another aspect of change will help contribute to a healthy environment is supporting less plastic in daily life. According to Reader's Digest, Shothouse writes that 50% of plastic production is 335 million tons is for single-use products. So that means all these plastic that we're using that's pretty much useless because it's kind of you throw it away right after. Straws, you're getting to drink out of it and it throws away after, and it's is it really worth it to use plastic for something that's single use? So plastic has its benefits for reusable things, because that is beneficial to the environment to like reuse plastic, but when it's just for one-time use, it's almost like useless. According to Fortune magazine, major companies have to ditch plastic straws and convert it to paper ones, like Starbucks, Hilton, and American Airlines. So I want you guys to sit there and imagine for a second. You walk outside, it's a nice morning, you take a deep breath in, and then you just start coughing uncontrollably. You know, that's a realistic look at how life can be if we continue on this track that we're on right now, because you know, in 10 to 15 years, you know, we're still young, we're gonna go outside on hikes and stuff like that, and it may not be the same. Like this is what it could look like. You could possibly see like masks be like a norm, and I don't want to live in a world like that. So on the flip side, if we have the power to do little things that could reverse this trend and, you know, continue to have beautiful days like we have today, and be able to take that deep breath in without having to be scared of, you know, pollution getting in our lungs. However, this speech is not a wake-up call, because, you know, this topic has been going around for years, decades, if that. And so this is a call for action. Like, I challenge you guys to do your part, you know, to make the little changes. You don't have to do anything drastic to make the little changes. That'll go a long way. For example, How Stuff Works posted an article that explains that if an office building recycles all of its paper waste for a year, it would be equivalent to taking 400 cars off the road. So now if you multiply that building times, you know, every office building in the world, that's a lot of cars that's taken off, and that's going to be a great thing for our environment going forward, to get rid of all those cars. Therefore, our environment is under attack by its own people. We can do all the little things to solve it, but this can be done by understanding the problem, creating a solution to satisfy, visualizing the change, and calling for action from other people as well. I hope I helped to motivate you, think deeper about some of the things that you're buying, some things you're eating, what car you're driving, and help fight the air apocalypse. Thank you.